Alright, good afternoon. We're going to review a trade setup using our top-down approach to the markets that we use here at tradesight for May 12th. That was a Thursday. We're going to analyze how the market played out, first at the broad market level, and then how we used the information we had there to time our entry on a stock entry and how that played out. So here's a look at the ES, that's the S&P E-mini futures, that we use to guide us in the market. And you can see right here the first two bars of the day, the first two 5-minute bars are already up. This is after a small gap down in the market, and initially we head lower. Now we've got our market directional tool here on the screen. There's three lines that show us what the current state of the market is. When we're above all three lines, market direction is solidly green and all three lines will be green. When we're below all three lines, market direction is red and the lines will be red. Now I'm going to start bar replay mode here on eSignal. This will go through each bar one at a time and let us see how the day played out. I'll sort of insert my commentary as we go here. So here goes the bar replay mode. We head lower initially. We stay down here underneath most of the lines. We get clear market direction for the first 30 minutes. Then we rally back up and we use the opening level of the day, that's this red line right here, as resistance. So as you can see, the setup at this point in time, I'm going to pause it right here. Okay, we've got basically a cup and handle formation over the first 90 minutes of play using the opening level as resistance. If we break above that, we're going to be above all three lines on our market directional tool. That gives us full consensus upside support. Let's take a look at how that played out. So a couple bars later, we start to make that move. We do test the level again, and then we get through. Now, as the rest of the day plays out, you're going to see us here play with the short-term moving average. You can see all three lines are green. We've also got what we call the gap fill threshold levels. That's the green dashed line up here and the red dashed line down here. These are calculations that we have in advance ahead of the session that show us where key support and resistance might be on the futures contracts during the session. Now, it didn't look like we were going to be playing with the upper gap fill threshold when the day started, but as you can see, we get up near that level, we bounce off the short-term moving average over lunch, and boom, run right into that level. It's the top tick right there. Fade back, can't get through. They come back from lunch. Not much happens after lunch. And in the end, what you find is that the high of the day is that upper gap fill threshold calculation that we had. But the key point of the day is when market direction goes full consensus green right here just after 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Now let's switch and go to a chart of Costco, that's COST, that we were watching at the time and we called out for our subscribers. Now here's the Costco chart starting early in the morning, about an hour into the day, and what you see here is this is the, I'm going to draw a line right here, this is a cup formation on Costco between the prior day's afternoon action and the morning action. Came up and exactly set that area from early the prior session. So now you've got a cup formation you're starting to handle out, and again we'll do bar replay mode here and see what this leads to. So you can see as we start to move forward on this one, there it goes, your handle is forming. Now look at the time. Again, this is 8 a.m., just around that 8 a.m. time. So here's where first the futures lead us to new highs and then get a full consensus upside support from the market at that point in time. What does it mean for this nice cup and handle formation, which is really constructive on Costco? How does that play out? And a few minutes later, you can see Costco break through that level. So that was the entry level that we assigned for our subscribers over that 82, 825 area or so. And then watch how it plays out over the course of the rest of the session. So you pick a great constructive chart pattern and you time your entry so that it goes right after the market goes to full consensus upside. And here's how that plays out for the rest of the day. From an 82.25 entry, Costco continues to run higher pretty much into the close. Right here we're just after lunch. Very impressive move going into the last 2 hours a day already. That's what you get when you combine good chart construction on an individual stock and time the breakout or the move through that key construction area with the market directional tool that we use to analyze the broad market. And there you go, over a point of profit for the day if you held on to it on Costco.